Welcome, welcome. It's Smirch time. Spirituality for you realists. And it's kind of a weird spirituality thing. It's more one where we own ourselves. And it's non-denominational, donational, the way I look at this thing. Listen, man, it's a very important time in our lives, and I love being a part of this. I love what's happening right now on Smirch. So thank you for being here live on YouTube and live on Twitch. I really appreciate it. I wanted to talk to you today, real quick, about something that just happened to me. I did an interview, and we do a lot of interviews for because of the Lex and Terry show, and we go on other people's podcast and all that kind of stuff. And I was on this woman's podcast, and she started to ask me about my upbringing. My parents, my brothers, sisters, what my great dreams were, all those regular questions. And through that, for some reason, she made the realization that she says, "Oh, you're one of those self-made men, aren't you?" And I kind of stood there and looked at her, and I didn't know whether I should be angry or not or flattered, because to me, there's two types of people when somebody calls themselves a self-made person. Um, People, first of all, that are flattered by that, people that own that, people that really take great pride, as you should, in really creating something out of nothing in your life. But the truth is, there's no such thing as a self made person. There isn't. I mean, sure, it may appear to people or to her that I kind of rose out of the ashes like a phoenix, but no, not at all, not even close. That's the furthest thing from the truth. I had some help, and I accepted some help, and I noticed help when people were helping me, but they didn't want to be too overt about it. My mother and dad, they helped me without knowing. I mean, my mother and dad were Marines. What do you think I grew up like? I think that's why I have somewhat of a thick skin to this day. I think that's why I make my bed every morning. I think that's why a lot of different things. Without them, I wouldn't have this type of ethic. I wouldn't have this type of stuff. I never would have done anything like that. And other family members who there's been many family members who've inspired me, given me a kind word. I remember my brother telling me that when I wanted to go get into show business, he knew a guy who was Johnny Carson's nephew, still is Johnny Carson's nephew, and he was going to help me. And he said, "Do not be late, be professional." Something I always remembered to this day. I will drive the day before somewhere just so I make sure where it is. If it's an important meeting, I will make sure I'll get there an hour early if I have to. And I will sit in the car and I'll visualize and relax and try to be in that moment. But that came from somebody giving me some advice that I willingly accepted. Most brothers will go, "Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I also get dissuaded by certain family members, like, "Oh, I don't want to be like that guy. But either way, that is somebody helping you along your journey. I had a teacher, Mrs. Tobin was her name. I was extremely shy, and she decided that I had a gift. She figured that I had this desire to be in front of people. So she told me this. She sat me down. She goes, "I'm going to call on you. I don't want you to be shocked. I'm going to call on you today in class to be the first reader. I really think you're really good at this. I think that you like it, and I just want to see how good you are. You make me smile." Is what she told me. She gave me confidence before she even picked on me. And I learned so much from that. I couldn't wait to be the first reader in class. Normally, I'd sit in the back and cower and go, "Please don't pick me, please don't pick me," that type of stuff. It was amazing. So, Miss Tobin, thank you. Thank you for helping me get to where I am today. My basketball coach, I've told that story many, many times. He saw something in me just because I love the sport. I was not a good player, and I'm not going to get into that whole thing again, but he literally changed my life. That one man and that one thing that he did because he saw something special in me and he changed my life. I've had ex girlfriends who were super supportive, who were just cheering me on my journey, who saw something in me. and really encouraged me to keep going for it. My wife, she challenged me all the time. She's one of these people as well who encourages me in her own special way to do things. My friend Mike, I would be nowhere without my friend Mike. I had no money growing up as a kid, and he knows we've been friends since sixth grade. We all both ended up living in Santa Barbara together. I would like sleep on his floor. I had no money. He would take me out to eat. He was so kind. He paid for food. He didn't have a lot of money, but he had a job. I barely had anything like that. He fed me. My friend Mike fucking kept me alive. My friend Rick taught me a lot about radio. He got his first radio job while he was learning. I would go with him almost every night to work and learn myself. I have coworkers along the way, not just now, who hold you to task, who really want you to be the best you can be. Now, I'm speaking more of my K-Tide crew here because back in K-Tide days, we were so supportive of one another. There was no jealousy, there was no competition. We were cheering each other on. And I love all of those people to this day. Thank you so much. And you know who you are. Thank you so much for being such a supportive, positive part of my life and getting me to where I am today. You know, business changes, all kinds of things change, but really to have somebody believe in you besides yourself, to have somebody see something in you that you see, holy moly, that is such an empowering feeling. You know, nobody does this alone. You never do it alone. Maybe that's why I like doing this right now. Maybe that's why I like doing all these other things. Maybe that's why I have a big desire, a big, strong desire. And I'm going to say it publicly right now to do some speaking engagements. But I'm going to do them differently. I'm not going to sit there and buy into their algorithms and you do it this way and that way, which probably will make it so I'm not going to get hired. But there's going to be somebody out there that sees who I am and what my message is, and they are going to open that door just slightly. They're going to do that. It happens to all of us, but we don't notice how many people see things in us. We just take that, oh, that was a compliment or this or that. Oh, they want something. No, some people don't just want anything at all. They just want you to succeed. They see something special in you. And that is one of my gifts. I see special things in people all the time. Okay. All the time. Every single person out there has a gift. Okay. You need to remember that, especially in today's world. Well, they all want us to be the same. They all want us to like the same posts, that put us in a group and just kind of manage us from there. I don't like it. I don't want to be placed in anybody's pool. That's where all the brainwashing begins. It's important right now to be weird. It's important to be you. It's important to be an individual. Right now is the time to do it. The right people will see you. They will see you. You need people. You don't need likes. Okay. The guy who is delivering the water at your factory today, you know, the guy that's carrying the big jugs in, he's got a special gift. Talk to him. Get to know him a little bit. He has other skills that might even be just unbelievable. And maybe you have the opportunity to open up a door for a hardworking dude. Small conversations can really show you who truly people truly are. Accept and help with grace. When people want to help you, accept it. Be graceful about it. Be gracious about it. If you can help somebody else, do it unconditionally. Just see it, give them advice. If they choose to take it, great. If they don't, just let them know you're there. Just let them know you've been through it. Let them know you have a certain perspective that might help them along their journey, along their path. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for being here. Think brave thoughts, and we will talk to you next week for some smirch action.